Okay, some Rimworld today. So, first things first, we've got Northwood over here with her mostly missing body parts and the psychic scarring on her brain due to her having really good social, and now her shooting is her highest stat, which we do need to take into consideration. Also, one thing I forgot to do last time that we should worry about, we need to change her allowed food, which I don't seem to know where it's at. I guess it doesn't matter. But I do want to point out, I thought this was funny, you guys should see this. Last ate human meat 12 days ago. She believes that she needs to eat human meat, and yet she doesn't actually need to eat. Just thought that was something funny to point out. Anyway, enough about that though. So right now we are having Hemlock work on finishing up the last of the detoxifier lungs. Once he's finished with that, we'll finally implant the rest of them. Everyone will have fully bionic lungs and stomachs, which means that we won't have to worry about the tumors anymore, which have basically replaced their body parts. After that, we can start working on other body parts getting replaced, namely eyes and arms. Arms give higher manipulation, but we've already got them pretty high because of the tentacles. So because of that, I'm not going to touch them even though normally I would prioritize them. Instead, maybe spines for some faster movement and legs for some faster movement, because faster movement speed is a big deal. But before any new replacement body parts, one thing that would be pretty important that we'd want to do is we want to get some coagulators and other assorted, like, not replacement, but implant body parts, so that we can get them in tip-top shape for whatever their respective job may be. But for now, we just let Hemlock finish up with crafting up these lungs and stuff. We do also have one bionic spine already. Now, a bionic spine is pretty great, because it gives a, if it'll tell me, it doesn't seem to explain. Yeah, it matches the performance of a biological spine. So, I'm not 100% sure, but I think that it's the exact same as a regular spine. It might not actually give movement speed. I might be thinking of the EPOE spine, in which case, I guess I don't actually need to install it. Does it say on the operation what it would do? No, that's just the same thing. Well then, in that case, I guess I won't be installing that right now. Also, the monument got completed, which means we now have a bionic leg and an excellent plasma sword. Now, I'm not a big fan of plasma swords, specifically when I have vampires who are afraid of fire. That's kind of a really bad thing. But you can't knock an excellent quality one, because if nothing else, you can sell it, which is a big, big worthwhile investment. Especially considering all I had to do was build this structure over here. So yeah, that is just some really good resources to get. I do think that since we're not using the bionic spine, we might want to move it off this shelf, but it's a bit difficult to do that as is, because I'd basically need to remove it from the list, and so I'll probably just leave it there for now, but in the future I might move it. Well, that's not good. Anyway, we went to using wooden spike traps last time, because even though they do way less damage, they are pretty much free with how easy it is to get wood and how fast it is to build them. Hopefully someone actually finishes building them, though. Or, well, that one that needs finished. There we go. Because every single one's going to matter with how weak they are. But it just basically does free damage to any raids that comes in, which is nice. And then we've got this little barricade path here that we can use to slightly help us. But other than that, yeah, it's just, you know, Hemlock finished crafting the lungs, I think, or he just can't craft anymore. Ah, we're missing advanced components. We've already got one, and you need 4 per. So what I'll do is I'll do make advanced components. Put it up there, make 7 more. There we go. On the bright side, you did start working on the Devil Strand clothing we've been needing. Speaking of which, the Devil Strand is coming in fine for the next harvest. We should be able to get this entire harvest, and maybe we'd be able to do another one over winter, but I'm not 100% sure that'll work out. Now, I did realize last time, we need to get another Muffalo, like female one, just so that we can breed these for no other reason than to have something that we can sacrifice. But there are no more Muffalos, so instead I might, I don't want to go for the sloths. I probably should just go for donkeys. You can do the same thing with them. So I'm going to try and tame 2 donkeys. And then we'll just allow them in here. And once they're in here, oh, there we go. We already got 1 donkey. We can have them start breeding, and we can start sacrificing them. If the sacrifice shows up before we have a new replacement donkey for either gender, then I will just sacrifice this Muffalo. If that's what it comes to. Now, Hemlock, did you get your replacement lungs yet? No, you did not. It might be best to replace his a while. Also, chunks of spacecraft. Ooh, 4 of them. So yeah, it probably would be best to unsuspend these. Have him go ahead and go... Oh, well, Corsi's asleep. When Corsi wakes up, have him go sleep in bed and have those lungs replaced. That way, he has less of a chance of getting poisoned from something, I guess, while he's, well, I mean, I guess he wouldn't really be poisoned while he's working. I don't know. I just want to replace him now. Ghoul attacking. Well, that's gonna be fun. Random 15-year-old woman. Thankfully, she is a slowpoke, which is gonna be really useful. She's incapable of shooting. No, she's not. Anyway. So she is incapable of shooting. She has ghoul plating, so she's gonna be even slower, but she's gonna take half as much damage. And she can spit acid. Well, in that case, we're going to want to use fire if we can. Funny enough, I just talked badly about fire, but the fire will be pretty good just because of the fact that she will be slowed down and running around randomly in pain. Although I don't know if they panic when they're on fire, actually. It might not be worth it. Either way, we're going to want to have everyone who's currently able to stand get ready for battle. And go ahead and come over here. Let's not actually go outside. Oh, is the ghoul actually going to go through the trap? Oh, never mind then. We're fine then. I didn't expect her to actually go through that. I thought she'd just break her way in. Well, that was anticlimactic. Whoops. Didn't realize it'd be that easy. Oh, well, we got both the donkeys already. And we can just start, you know, breeding those up, getting a bunch of male and female new donkeys, and we can even slaughter them whenever we need more meat. You know, that's a worthwhile investment of time. Speaking of which, I think it's probably time I harvest some more berries so that I can have a nice backlog of that for taming things. Or, well, taming herbivores specifically. As for any meat eaters I may want to tame, not really. I don't care much for wargs. Now, Hemlock over here, he's got his detoxifier lungs, which they do have a bit of extra efficiency as well. It is worth noting. It's only plus 10%, right? But it does increase his breathing, which I believe will increase his consciousness once the anesthesia wears off, I think? Because it does say it's affected by breathing. And consciousness being increased is a big deal. Because it increases pretty much everything. So yeah, once he eventually is finished, we'll see. Once the anesthesia wears off in about 15 hours. But now Hemlock can do unnatural healing. Do we have anyone who has anything that actually needs healed? I mean, it might work on genes regrowing. I'm not sure. No. Okay, well, social fight. On the bright side, Corsi kicked Yan like once. I'm sorry, bruised her with her head. She headbutted her. Okay. The Yan took barely any damage. So, Hemlock, you finished with the advanced components yet? No, not yet. You still got 3 more. Well, mad boom rats are a silent neuroformer. 27 boom rats is a bit much. But you know what? I'm gonna accept it. We've got 10 hours before they're gonna show up, so I'll tell everyone to get inside the walls for now. That way they at least aren't out there when the boom rats show up. But I think we can maybe handle it. See, now the wooden spikes, it really depends. If a wooden spike kills a boom rat in 1 hit, I think we've got this, because even with the fires that are going to spread onto the wooden spike traps, they should activate them before the fire destroys them. Hopefully. Otherwise, though, we do have flamethrower, you know, rifles, right? Assault rifles that are basically flamethrowers. We can always use that. Now, this does make me think it might be worth replacing these wooden barricades with something flame-proof at some point. But yeah, here are the boom rats. For better or for worse, they're on the opposite side of the map from the trap, which might make them not go the correct way. I'm hoping it doesn't do that to them. Or it might make them not even go through. That is possible. So let's go ahead and get my 3 melee people here. I definitely want Hemlock to be the one standing right up front and center, so that if they run away, he's still there blocking their exit. And I want to have them standing in this formation, although maybe a bit further back. I'm not sure what exactly is the ideal distance. But here we go. Okay, yeah, they are dying in 1. So yeah, okay. Since they all died in 1, we're fine, basically. We do have to worry about the fire, which frankly, I say we just let it burn itself out. Oh, I forgot that door as well. Okay, no. Let's just... How about I just clear that out of being in the allowed area? I'm just gonna let the fire burn itself out because I do not want to have any of my people get injured from that. Plus, it's not gonna spread anywhere too important. But there we go, free Silent Neuroformer, which means Fumiko can go ahead and upgrade to Silent level 2 if Yan would stop using that. There we go. She gained a new level of Silent. So now she can do Word of Inspiration, which is so nice. A random inspiration appropriate to them. That is really good. Needless to say, inspiration can be insanely overpowered. You can use it to get high quality furniture / art. You can use it for so much. It is insanely good. I am going to go ahead and say these guys can now have unrestricted access again. The fire won't be spreading inwards anymore, so we're good. We can go ahead and replace all those wooden spike traps that burned. And yeah. I do think, like I said earlier, I think I should probably upgrade this structure to be made out of something other than wood, something inflammable. So I'm going to go ahead and see, just 45 to do it. Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that. That way a fire won't spread along it, because I realized that like if a fire were to spread along the terrain there, that would cause some really big issues with my design there. First of all, if the fire spread properly, they could start actually using these for cover, which would be awful. But second of all, it could lead to a fire in my house here, which we obviously do not want. So there we go. Now it's limestone. We don't have to worry about a fire happening. We might want to also add like a bit of concrete here to avoid any spread of fire if there's a fire here, so it doesn't spread out all the way over here like it did earlier. But like frankly, I don't have anything that matters out there, so I don't think I will. Who cares if a forest fire happens because of my own negligence, right? Yeah. Anyway, so we could do a sacrifice. I didn't realize it was a start at any time. We could do a sacrifice that Muffalo, like, right now. And I'm considering it, but at the same time, we are getting free wool from it, so I don't know if I want to, because that wool is worth an okay amount. Male Psychic Drone. Fun. Anyway, we're down to one more lung left to craft, and then Hemlock will be completely done. He does need to sleep first, but that won't be too much long. All around, my people are getting nice and strengthened, I guess is what we'll call it. So the only people who need new lungs are Fumiko, just Fumiko. So Fumiko, why don't you go ahead and go go lay down a while, clean the hospital, and then rest until healed. I kind of forgot that was gonna summon a flesh spike, but that's fine. Don't worry about it. Hemlock, go deal with the finger spike that my moronic ass ended up spawning. Hopefully, Corsi did not just get implanted with a certain thing. If I don't say its name, it won't appear, right? Yeah, I can't believe I forgot that. Anyway, Hemlock, go ahead and finish that and then we'll install it. No, Hemlock, just finish it. And then we can operate. Hemlock, go in here. There you go. And now Fumiko can go back to doctor care. Everyone should be on doctor care now without medicine. Yeah, there we go. I never did check. Hemlock, now that you got that reprocessor, stomach, detoxifier lungs, tentacles, yada yada yada, you do breathe better, but your consciousness cannot go above 100% from that, apparently. That sucks. Fumiko, of course, is asleep for when a bulk goods trader shows up, so I guess we'll have our next best person do the talking, which is... oh, I guess... Lotch. I'll have him finish doing what he was doing, and then we'll check, because Fumiko won't be awake for a little while, and even when she is, she won't have very high skill. Let's sell this twisted meat. I don't use it anyway. We could buy one advanced component. That's not worth it. We do have all this leather to sell, but I'm not going to do that because I only want to buy things if we need them. I don't want to sell anything. The only thing I'm selling is the twisted meat because it's fucking twisted meat. It doesn't matter. So basically, do I want to buy a cow and a bull? If I did that, first of all, the donkeys wouldn't be necessary anymore. I could just slaughter them because I can do sacrifices of the bulls instead. But more importantly, we would have milk then, which would mean we could get some pretty decent quality meals because we could use milk and veggies and meat to get some lavish meals. But is it worth it? Or we could go ducks for eggs to do the same thing. I honestly don't think it is. Because there is another thing we could do instead. We could instead cook carnivore fine or lavish meals. Carnivore lavish meals are, in my opinion, absolutely worth it. It costs 100 to make 4. You know, it's 25 meat per, and so you blow through resources in that regard, but it gives a big mood buff. Alternatively, carnivore fine meals are only 15 per, and we could definitely do that and get a good buff. It would help the mood of the colony all around. So I think I will swap over to that once I get a nice big amount of meat, but that probably won't happen until I have more donkeys to slaughter constantly. So basically, once we have enough meat that we don't know what to do with all of it. I am gonna have to put her Psi Focus Desire up higher if I want her to actually be able to do the Word of Inspiration, so I'm gonna have her at a pretty high level. Sadly, her Psi Focus will end up falling at a really high rate per day because of that. But you know what? I'm gonna have her go to 100%. Psychic Agony from Hemlock again. Maybe I shouldn't do 100%. Maybe the level right below 100%. Now, with Hemlock in this whole Agony Pulse thing, could Blotch heal that? He can. Huh. Okay then, well that makes a big difference. Now I'm gonna build another glucosoid pump for each of these two so that when we get more Death Rest Capacity Serums, they'll already be crafted up. Now people are starting to demand age reversal. Blotch, why do you demand age reversal? You are way younger than Hemlock. Hemlock needs to get his age down, by the way, so I'm gonna deal with that by doing a chronophagy ritual. There we go. Hemlock will become 22 years old from this, so he'll be a lot younger. I know that Blotch is the one who wants the age reversal, but I'm pretty sure that he only accepts it if it's from a pod. I don't think he'll accept the ritual version of it. Which means we'll have to use that Biosculptor pod I crafted after all. I think I need to move this proximity detector, by the way. I'm just going to put it outside of the building. That way I can actually put the Biosculptor pod in where it's going to have a high cleanliness factor. It's not going to look great having it there, but like it's a temporary measure until he gets age reversal. And, do you still have... No. Checking if she was still anesthetized at all. Let's see. So some advanced components would be nice to buy so I don't have to craft them. Death Rest Capacity Serum, I just talked about that. Glad to have it. Major cell instability. Doesn't major cell instability give cancer? No, it just reduces their immunity and increases cancer, of course. Psi Trainer, but I don't think any of these are very good Psi Trainers, so I won't worry about them. I'll sell off these lungs. Bionic Eye. I'd like not having to craft that, but is it really worth it? Probably not. I wasn't planning on replacing the eyes quite yet. Now I've got sculptures to sell as well, but I need to buy something else before I sell too many, otherwise it'll be way over the value. Well, maybe not. Maybe if I just do this, I'll have enough. Okay, yeah, I'm 1 gold wasted, or 1 silver wasted rather. That's fine with me. I don't mind that. I'll buy 1 plasteel to make it so we're not going over. And for that Death Rest capacity, is there a way to check how much they actually have? I don't think so. So I'm just gonna have, since Fumiko has Glucosoid and Tammy has Glucosoid 1, I'm assuming they both have it so that they can only use 1 Glucosoid. I'm gonna have Tammy take it, because she is still my best combatant. Okay, yeah, that set her to 4. And age reversal is demanded for Blotch. So Blotch, age reversal will take 3.5 days. Go have fun. That's 3.6 days, but whatever. Well, Blotch is out of commission for a little bit, but he is kind of my least useful person, like, in the entire colony, so that's why I didn't really mind it. So while he's age reversing, it's probably time we start crafting some more shit. Now, it's also worth making cataphract armor and helmets, you know, or helmets. Bionic hearts could be useful because they, the heart being replaced is a really useful thing. First of all, no heart attacks, which we shouldn't have to deal with anyway because all my pawns are young, but it still would be nice. Immunoenhancers, I don't need to explain why those are good, but you gotta remember as well, Hemlock and Blotch can both heal things instantly. They have healer mech serum, so things that a healer mech serum can deal with, we don't really need to worry about. For example, we could make nuclear stomachs. And the cancer they get, we can just have Hemlock and Blotch clear. However, it is only 2 healer mech serums every couple days, so if everyone gets it at the same time, it'd be a bit not ideal. Plus, I already gave him the reprocessor stomachs because I don't really want to go the nuclear stomach route. But it is an option, I suppose. We could make aesthetic shapers and noses for everybody. And if we do that, everyone will be seen as a bit more beautiful, except the tentacles are considered ugly. So if we did that, we'd also have to replace the arms. Healing enhancers are just amazing. There's not a single character I don't want a healing enhancer on. So because of that, I think the order of importance would be coagulators and healing enhancers, respectively. Coagulators are kind of... I don't know how I feel about them. It is really useful at times, but it's also really not that useful. So probably just healing enhancers at first. And then after that, we can worry about other bionics. But I do think armor takes a precedent first. Namely, I want everyone to have a cataphract helmet. Now, prestige cataphract helmets are craftable. And so I'm going to do that just because I can. And I will specifically say to make one at a time, but they need to be normal quality or higher, I think. Actually, better yet, word of inspiration. I'll inspire... Oh, never mind. I need level 5 Psylink. It's not that I have it unlocked, it's that I have it visible. What can I do then? Water skip. Okay. Never mind what I was saying. Just go ahead and craft 6 cataphract helmets. I was gonna be making Hemlock make them masterwork quality, but it's whatever. I can always craft new ones later. Tammy needs death rest as well, so I'm gonna have her go ahead and once she's finished... actually, no, I'll just have her go death rest now. Thankfully, she only has a death rest for 2.5 days. But yeah. This is, you know, things are going pretty well. These cataphract helmets should, you know, I'm going to have everyone wear one, right? Right now they're wearing cowboy hats. We don't need them wearing cowboy hats. Mech Hive. Immediate attack, breaching the walls. Perfect timing for Tammy to have gone to sleep, huh? Well, we've got 2 Lancers, a Militor, a Scyther, and a Termite. We are down to only 4 people to deal with them, and the Termite is absolutely going to fuck up my walls. But Lancers aren't the worst thing in the world. Scyther isn't great to deal with. Militor, who cares? Here's what's going to happen. We're going to have everyone get over here. Why are only some people coming over? Hemlock. I guess I didn't... I thought I drafted him, but he didn't. So, let's go ahead and have Yan there. And my 2 melee personnel are gonna go in. I will have Fumiko go ahead and pain block herself. Hopefully they will come over close enough for these two to attack them. There we go. And we'll have one attacking each of them so that they can stop shooting. Good work. Now let's take out this Scyther. There we go. Now it's just the termite we gotta worry about. Let's also unforbid all these. Fumiko needs to get over there quickly before the wall gets destroyed. I will long jump again. I'll go ahead and have Hemlock help her. Why not? It'll speed this up. Never mind. No, it won't. Oh, there we go. That was a real nice and simple mech raid. Thankfully, no too bad of damages. Just some, not even any bleeding, really. Wow. No bleeding. I was expecting the Scyther to have made one of us bleed. Now, Corsi, why don't you go ahead and treat them? Why don't you go ahead and treat them? There we go. That's quite nice. Now, we do have all these packaged survival meals I made, and we need to tell our people to stop fucking eating them. And we'll make a new policy, and we're gonna allow packaged ones, and we're gonna rename this one to be like Caravan. And we'll allow them to also eat raw berries and agave fruit. That way, when they're on a caravan, I'll just swap over their meal type and they'll eat those. Oh, that raid was very simple. Fumiko's genes have finished regrowing too, so we can turn someone into a sanguiphage if that's the only way to save their life. Unless it's Blotch, in which case have fun, Blotch. Yan's in a shoot frenzy, that's quite nice. Yeah, we're in pretty good shape, I'd say, right now. We do probably want to deal with these flesh tentacles relatively soon. Namely, the fact that everyone in my colony kind of hates each other because of them. But I don't know if that's really fixable anymore. On the bright side, Hemlock and Fumiko like each other. Because of deep talks and chats. But, yeah. Maybe we'll be able to get them both to consider each other beautiful once we replace their body parts with, you know, the aesthetic nose and aesthetic shaper. And get rid of the arms and replace them with bionic ones. But I really do think that the tentacle arms are the future. I wish they weren't considered ugly because they aren't. Who doesn't love a good fleshy tentacle from time to time? I shouldn't talk. Okay, first of all, wild boar, cool, I guess. Super immune masochist with 10 in animals. Well, neat, I guess. Death in 4 hours. I don't think we'll be able to save you in time, but I'll go ahead and try and capture you because we do need another person to blood feed from. Fumiko's leading over this boar. Yeah, Mikey did make it. How good for him. Now his ear does have a bite scar, which means we're not going to get that ear, but ears are worth very little, so who cares. But you know what we can do? We can sacrifice a boar now. Because we just got it for free. Probably should wait until Tammy's back up, though. Just for that increased quality. Although... no, we'll wait for Tammy to get back up. I was gonna say, although, is it really necessary? And then we've also got Blotch who needs to get back up too. It won't be much longer for him. We'll probably just wait it out, I guess. So. Oh, an infestation. Oh, this is gonna suck. Come on. Oh gosh, Hemlock. What happened to him? Death in 5 hours. Oh, his toe got cut off for one. He just is seriously in that much pain. Come on. They got the one attacking course. Fumiko, hit your shots, damn it! And coagulate Hemlock. Oh wow, now he's not incapable of walking either. Got rid of the pain. Okay, let's stop digging for limestone at this point. I think we're good for now. For now being the key word. That wasn't ideal. So we did have Hemlock lose a toe, so we'll have to fix that, but otherwise we're pretty good. You've learned of an ancient complex. Okay, well, where's it at? That's along the main road. It's an ancient asphalt road. That's got a very good movement speed on it. Might just have to send Tammy to do that once she wakes up. After all, she's going to wake up before Blotch. She's going to wake up in 3 hours. Blotch will be up in about 16. Although Fumiko is the person with pain block. I'll send both of them. I'll send both my best melee personnel. That's a good idea, isn't it? Yeah. It's a very risky idea. But, not Hemlock. Fumiko and Tammy. You two can go ahead and go for your travel supplies. Take a couple meals. You won't need much. And, yeah. Good luck. I guess I could have had one of them put on this cataphract helmet. Oh well. I hope they won't need it. How long until Blotch is out? 9 hours? Okay. Once he's back out, I'll re-uninstall it, because no point in keeping it installed there. Okay, Ancient Complex. Let's hope for some good loot here. Maybe an Architect Eye to go with Tammy's already existing Architect Eye. I'm pretty sure Architect shit is really rare in these, though. Tammy moves so fast. Okay. That scared the shit out of me. It's a Tesseron, but thankfully it is being in melee combat, so it shouldn't be a threat. It scared me, though. I actually jumped. Like in real life. Fumiko should have that covered. Yeah, there we go. She got it. Did you suffer anything? Nah, just a bruise. Or two. Let's fully scout out the place. Okay. Why don't we go ahead and both go over here. Let's deal with the Scyther, because that's probably the scarier one of the two. Oh wait, that's also a Scyther. Wow. For some reason I thought it was a Lancer. Tammy, you're blocking Fumiko. Well, you know what? You didn't need help, I guess. Okay. Have you guys go up here together at the same time. Try and not have you both attack at the wrong time. There we go. That works out pretty fine. Okay, so I'll have Fumiko go ahead and hack the drop satellite. And then I'll have Tammy open every hermetic crate in the whole building. I'm also going to go ahead and say all of these claim and hold open, so that they leave the doors open behind them. It'll be a lot faster getting out of here. There's an enemy terminal here if I wanted to just summon enemies for whatever reason. I never understood that. What would be the point in that? Let's see what the satellite drop gives me. 12 fine meals. Some Edekin. Okay. Once we kill off the raiders, we can just leave. Probably for the best if I have Fumiko go ahead and tend to herself while we wait. She is bleeding ever so slightly. Actually, you know what? Let's just do it the fast way. And let's go ahead and give Pain Block to Tammy. And to Fumiko. Do I think I'll need it? Hell no. But for 3 hours, we won't have to worry about that. Oh, we claimed this door, so... Here, I'll just let them go through. There we go. And the rest are fleeing. How bad of a damage did Tammy take? Nothing. Pretty much nothing, at least. I'll go ahead and tend to her before we leave. That went pretty much as well as could be. I would have liked it if one of these guys got downed instead of killed, because then I could have sucked some blood back out of them for the blood I used for the coagulation that was apparently completely unnecessary, but oh well. How many wounds did you have that I didn't notice? Anyway, now we can just reform the caravan and go home. And we'll take these fine meals, I suppose, these survival meals as well. We'll take the Hyperweave, the Luciferium, and then beyond that, I guess we'll take the Tesseron. I mean, it may as well. We can carry it, so yeah, I think that's everything we'd want then. I don't want the chem fuel. Well, there we go. That was relatively simple. And Blotch, and now wants another age reversal in 60 days. How nice. Well, you're not getting it anytime soon. You know what? I'll keep it installed, though. Just so that, it's already ready, I guess. Anyway, we finished replacing all the tumors with bionics, but that doesn't mean we're actually finished with crafting more bionics. So once these cataphracts are eventually done, which Hemlock is taking forever to do, we can worry about that. He's taking forever because he is kind of out of commission because of the Mega Spider attack there. But whatever. He should be finished healing very soon. And Blotch can go ahead and unnatural heal him in a day and give him back his toe. Cool, another ghoul. Why is it... Both times it's been a 15-year-old girl ghoul. What is it about the 15-year-old girls that they feel the need to send them as ghouls? That was close, by the way. If I didn't notice that door there, we would have been in deep shit. Also, a shard! That is quite nice. Now, I do think it might be worth doing a phylophagy here. It does need a shard. So does Death Refusal, though. Because, you know, those shards are kind of rare. And getting a Death Refusal could be really, really, really useful. Because I could just make Tammy unable to die then. Especially because if she gets pain blocked, it basically just means that when she would die, she'll get back up in like 2 seconds. I don't know. It's kind of a hard choice. Also, wow, it really wants me to do bulls and cows instead of donkeys. I'll be honest, it's probably smarter to do that than donkeys. Also, chickens. That could get me a lot of eggs. Way better than ducks. Now, here's the twisted meat for one. I'll take your advanced component. Now here is where we sell shit. I don't want hyperweave, bird skin, light leather. I don't need plain leather anymore either, so we can sell that, but I'm gonna sell the other shit first. Because we're already over. We have 4 wood. Well, I'll have to chop some trees then. Take all my leather clothing, by the way. Good and bad leather clothing. I want to replace it all with the Devil Strand. And now, in order to deal with the money issue, let's buy all their plasteel. Hell yeah. Bunch of free plasteel. And we'll go ahead and swap to cows. I'll buy 2 cows. And do I really want to buy this other bull? It's only 300. Why not? And then lastly, we can sell off our plain leather. Well, half of it. Okay, well, less than half of it. $800? That's fine. So now we've got some cows. First things first, let's do a sacrifice. And we will go ahead and get rid of this boar that we've had that we really don't need. Also, Mikey over here needs to get his body parts removed soon. We'll start with the legs, because those are the ones that actually matter. So that he doesn't, you know, do anything. Although his right femur still has a crack in it, so I guess not yet. Now we sacrifice this boar. And another bulk goods trader shows up in response, I guess. Weird. Satisfying. Can't remember which one is the one I already talked to. Well, you sell a bunch of cats, so I can tell you're new. And I'll sell my donkeys. Why not? Buy your advanced component. Sell the rest of my plain leather. Probably have to buy some plasteel from you as well. I can buy a double strand pants from you while I'm at it. Let's go ahead and do that, actually. That'll help a little bit with catching up to how much double strand I would need. And we'll buy plasteel until we hit below 2216. There we go. And this one we already talked to. Well, there we go. Now we still have this muffalo here for its fur, I suppose. Or wool, rather. It is just free resources as long as we harvest it. And if we worry, if they start running out of grass to eat, then that's when we'll worry about it. I did forget we need to chop trees. Let's go ahead and chop like everything in the compound. I don't need any in here. Oh, and Blotch can now unnaturally heal Hemlock. There we go, his toe's back. Simple. Now, I'm never going to end up using these blueprints down here, so I'm going to get rid of them a while. Manhunter pack. Tortoises. 16 of them. Okay, everyone stay inside the walls. Let the tortoises kill themselves on these wooden traps. Because I don't want to fight 16 tortoises. That's sounds really aggravating. Hemlock, you hit the muffalo with your psychic agony. This poor animal did not deserve that. Okay, we got that. It's literally, at this point, the only research we have left is starflight sensors. And then we could go down the mech tech route. I mean, I guess that's an option. Do we really want to do mechs, though? I personally really dislike them because of the waste packs. And even once I get the waste pack atomizer, it just doesn't feel worth it. I don't really have a problem with how many people I've got. The only use I can really think of whenever it comes to what to use the mechs for is that they are pretty good for sending in as shock troops, I suppose. I know they can't harvest that because they're outside the walls, but I figured I'd go ahead and mark them for harvesting a while. I'll also go ahead and re-enable the deep drill so we can go back to getting limestone. May as well. We need all the limestone we can get because we can replace those wooden traps with limestone ones once they break. And once we have enough limestone to do so, because it's quite expensive to replace it all with limestone. It's about 1,000 each time we want to do it. Thankfully, the tortoises are killing themselves. A good amount of them did, at least. There's only 12 left. They did break through the wall. I did not expect a bunch of fucking tortoises to manage that. Well, let's send in the reinforcements. Mikey, are you fully healed yet? Yeah, you are. Let's take those legs. Left leg and right leg. Those are the priority targets. And then we'll harvest everything after that. Except for one lung. And one kidney. Heart and a brain. I accidentally took away the stomach. Gotta wait for the tortoises to catch back up. Fumiko is slightly bleeding from a tortoise beak crush on her shoulder. But at this point, most of the tortoises are dead, so... At least we won't have to keep people stuck inside anymore. That's nice. And with all that wood we just chopped, we can replace all these traps. We will be able to do new limestone ones after that as well. Also, there is a single tortoise here that seems to still be alive, but I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's gonna bleed out. It might take a while, but I'm pretty sure a melee character will end up near it at some point soon and it'll die off. Or it can just walk around bleeding out. You know what? Just have fun, tortoise, and now it's down. There we go. That was simple enough, I guess. I'm gonna go ahead and have Tammy wear this good prestige cataphract helmet now. Also, if I did do a death refusal, there is a different invoker than target. Does a good cataphract helmet give more psychic sensitivity than a normal one? Plus 5% versus... Plus 5%, okay. Who has the highest psychic sensitivity? 100% for you. 100% for you. 120 on Fumiko. Okay, so Fumiko, go ahead and wear this prestige cataphract helmet. I was hoping it'd be you. And we're gonna go ahead and do a death refusal imbuing. We're gonna give it to Tammy. Fumiko is the invoker. And we need 6 chanters to add psychic power. 1, 2, 3, 4. We would need 2 more people to get the quality higher. Right now, our skills are reduced by 5.7%. And we can't include them because they're prisoners and because they're missing every body part. I don't think there's any way around this. We could have done clones if I still had that cloning one. That cloning obelisk, but it's kind of gone. So instead, I think we just go for the 73%. She will lose 5% of her stats, but I think it's fine. Her melee and intellectual are nearly maxed, so 5% of that is gonna hurt, but at the same time, it wouldn't hurt as much as if she had bad stats, in which case losing any is obviously really bad because you're going from bad to worse. There we go. So she did go down a level in melee. Mikey is bleeding out and is gonna die because we didn't fix that first. Oops. But on the bright side, now she has 1 use of death refusal. It's pretty good. Okay. Free warg meat, I guess. That was weird. Anyway, sorry, that took me off guard. I'm just suddenly attacking the warg. Horsey, can you clean the hospital? Thank you. I changed my mind, by the way. I'm uninstalling this. I know I said I was going to keep it installed just because, but it's taking up so much room and it's so ugly. Did I never made Mikey a blood feed. Forgot to do that. We got some more body parts to sell as well. Psy Extreme Gene Pack. That's really useful. I'm definitely buying that. Here I can sell this sword, by the way, finally. And I guess some sculptures. There's a good shield belt here. I might want that, but I think we're fine. Does the LTEX staff... It does give increased psychic sensitivity. And for that reason alone, I might buy one just to improve my rituals. Not to actually have someone wield it normally, but just for when I'm doing something like that death refusal. Or some other ritual like that. I think I'll buy one just for that reason. And go ahead and take these. If only I'd gotten that a bit ago, would have maybe saved Tammy a level. But there we go, an LTEX staff. Quite nice indeed. Oh, I'm looking at the one person who doesn't eat. Yeah, she just doesn't have meals as an option. That's kind of funny. Well, these packaged survival meals need to be taken out of their room. We also need to change these to not include packaged survival meals. Because they just don't need to be in the freezer taking up room. Blotch, you should be cleaning. Oh, you're hauling. I guess that does take precedent. Whatever. The traps are almost fully rebuilt. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna tell them to not rearm these. That's because we're gonna replace them with limestone next time they break. There goes some more twisted meat. Speaking of meat, though, we should probably hunt some animals just to get some more food. And because the leather sells for quite a handsome sum. Why am I not hunting the red fox? It doesn't have an attack back chance. Selling to Lobo. They want a sterilizing stomach, and they will give me some pretty nice shit. A legendary heavy SMG is ludicrous. Getting melee and plants up to level 14, I would have preferred if this was just plants or just melee, because then they would gain more of a max level. The bionic arm is neat, but I don't care that much. I want this heavy SMG. I definitely want it. So I need to make a sterilizing stomach ASAP. Let's see, sterilizing stomach. If I suspend this, do I have the stuff to make it? No, I need 4 advanced components. Well, wouldn't you know it, that means I only need 1 more. And did cataphract helmets need advanced components as well? Yes. So I'm gonna need to make 4 more advanced components after that. As a matter of fact, I should just do until you have 10 advanced components all the time. Hemlock, when you wake up, you've got a very important job on your hands, because that weapon in Yan's hands, that's a weird thing to say, with her 16 shooting, ooh, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be so good. An L-Tech shirt wouldn't be bad for that psychic sensitivity, but wait, what's a dead life dust pack? But I'm not gonna lie, I don't really care, because I'm gonna be getting a actually, I guess it's an L-Tech shirt, so it takes up the skin layer, doesn't it? Oh, no, I shouldn't, because I don't have a room for them. So why did time slow down? Oh, because the Muffalo got struck by lightning. Did any other animals get struck? No, just the Muffalo. Okay. Corsi, you mind cleaning up a bit, since Blotch is taking his sweet-ass time. Speaking of which, Blotch, what are you doing? Oh, you're hauling the fucking chunks. Okay, Blotch is back to cleaning, thank goodness. And the Muffalo fully healed, how nice. I'll go ahead and allow everything, by the way. In case there's anything I'm missing that has been forbidden. Like these corpses, he's gonna feed them to the trees. Let's clean up that vomit in there, shall we, buddy? Mikey, you don't get to have that ear. Oh, the sterilizing stomach is done. Wow, that was really fast. Fumiko needs death rest. That's not ideal. So Lobo. Oh, that's a bit of a distance. I didn't realize that. How long is that gonna take? 2.8 days. I'm gonna have. What is this settlement willing to buy? Or, well, what will they sell? Their stock is unknown. Fumiko, I know you want a death rest. And I know it's gonna hurt your mood not to, but you need to be the one to do this trip, because you're going to be trading other shit as well. I am sorry, Fumiko, but you need to do this trip, and it's gonna suck. Don't bother with Hemichin packs, you're fine. Go ahead and take packaged survival meals. Take all of them. Not actually all of them. Take, hang on, I need to change her to the right food. There we go. As I was saying, form caravan, going there. It's gonna take 2.8 days. We're gonna pretend it says 3, right? We'll give her enough food for 6 days. 6.3, I guess. And then items that she's gonna bring along with. First of all, the stomach, obviously. Second of all, she's gonna bring as much silver as she can carry. Would be 2,744. What else can she carry that might be lighter, though? Actually, how much does silver weigh? 8 grams. Probably best to just carry the silver, then. And if I have her bring the muffalo along with, she can carry way more. It might take longer, though. Let's have her carry as much silver as she can haul. So there we go, yeah. She'll use the muffalo so she can carry a fuck ton of silver. And with that, with all that silver, we will be in a pretty damn good shape for whatever they might be selling there. We'll be able to buy a whole lot. Godspeed, Fumiko. Sorry about the death rest thing. Now, temporarily wardening in your place is going to be Blotch. So have fun, Blotch. He's basically my secondary social, even though he only has a 2 in it, which is kind of sad. I wish there was a way we could get more of those shards, though, for death refusals and for philophagies, because philophagy is such a good ritual that it sucks that it needs a shard. And I don't need to explain why death refusal is good. Let's go ahead and hunt more boars and the tortoise. More animals of all sorts. Now, this, if I can click on it. Whatever, this gene pack needs a thing to be put in. So we do need a gene bank. For now, I'm gonna put it down in here. So we don't want the gene bank disassembling, or not, the gene pack disassembling itself from not being in banked in a thing. Why don't you go ahead and bank the Psy Extreme thing? There we go. That's a very, very useful gene pack to be able to install specifically in Fumiko. Anyone else could benefit from it, but she's the one who really is going to benefit from it. So why don't we go ahead... Oh, cargo pods. What did we get? Carnivore fine meals. Nice. Why don't we go ahead and get a gene assembler set up over here. Bulk goods trader, because of course there's always a trader when I don't have my trader here. Anything that we need to buy from you that is like really important to buy. Advanced components, yeah. Anything else that I really need? No, I'm gonna sell this cowboy hat so they stop wearing it though. Could buy a floodlight. Neat, I guess. It's a very strange thing to buy. But yeah, this gene assembler is going to be quite nice, because then I can get some new genes installed. with a new implantable xenogerm. Now, I'm not sure how xenogerms work with the whole sanguiphage thing, because it's xenogenes. That's not ideal. Okay, well, that side extreme, we cannot put it in Fumiko or Tammy because they are already sangophages. We can't put it in anyone who's going to become a sangophage or else they will lose it. So instead, I basically bought something that's useless. I did not realize that. Oh, good. Approaching from multiple angles. What are you up here? Scythers and Lancers. And down here, Pikemen and Lancers. Okay, well, everyone, please stay in the walls. If nothing else, I can give some extreme psychic sensitivity to someone if I end up getting a new person who needs it, or if for whatever reason I end up getting another psychic person, I guess. I don't know. That was kind of just a shitty thing that I didn't realize was the case. Oh well. Now we are gonna need to get you guys set up here like ASAP. I thought they'd make it through a bit less of the traps. I was clearly wrong, though. Okay, well, never mind. It wasn't necessary. I'm a moron, basically. Let's go ahead and do some limestone traps. It's always nice not having to deal with the enemies. Oh, there is this one pikeman. Okay. Nice work, pikeman. You really showed us. That was sad. Anyway, once Fumiko delivers that, though, we're gonna have we're gonna be in pretty damn good shape with that. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. 53 hairs. Yeah. Let's build this door now. Why are they attacking the wall? Or door? Okay, everybody, get the fuck inside. Get the fuck in the building. You guys, go this way. Holy shit. Yeah, the bizarre game Duca, it decided to send 52 angry rabbits. Hey, it's fine. Mine was combusting the other day. The day before. This is not good. This is extremely not good. Okay, nobody go outside of the building. We're not allowed outside anymore. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Duca. I really am. I really enjoy Zomboid, but if it's not for you, it's not for you. I'm sorry that you didn't enjoy it. No, that doesn't work. Yeah, I'm like I said, I'm sorry to hear that, man. I think everyone's just gonna be sleeping in here for the foreseeable future. Actually, did I forbid these doors? Just temporarily break those walls. Hemlock. I enjoyed Valheim when I played it, although I will say I ended up stopping playing it pretty quick because I think it really needs friends to play with to get the most out of it. A raid. Okay, so just so you understand what's going on in this game right now, Duca, I have about 50 angry rabbits outside my base, and now I'm getting raided by about 21 raiders that are human, and they are going to end up fighting each other because the angry rabbits do not like the humans. So this is going to be interesting. Yeah, that's always a difficult matter, getting games that everyone can actually boot. Okay, these problems might solve themselves. The raiders and the rabbits will clear out each other's numbers. I'm pretty sure the raiders will win in the long run, but like, I'm not 100% sure. You'd think that the rabbits would lose, but with how much damage they can theoretically pump out. Oh my gosh. I really love Stardew, but how did you get over here? But I don't play it that often. I don't know why. I used to play it really often, and I think I just burned myself out of the game. The rabbits are winning, by the way. The rabbits won. About half of the rabbits survived. This is why I was scared of the rabbits. Oh, you mean the eldritch beings? They won't care about the rabbits. They would attack the humans, but they won't attack the rabbits. The rabbits are fine. The rabbits are angry at humans. They are in manhunter rage. It's like rabies, but they don't care about these things. Yeah, honestly, I'm kind of glad the rabbits won though, because the rabbits all, because of their manhunting scaria, they die after 5 days. Just of their disease that's making them go manhunting. So basically, you know, the rabies kills them. So I'm kind of glad they won because they're gonna die on their own. Whereas if the raiders won, then the raiders would keep attacking. So you can't actually lose the game per se, because if everyone in your colony dies, you can just hit a button and it'll give you new colonists to replace them, and you keep all your progress. But a lot of people don't like doing that, because for a lot of people, if all of your colony is dead, you've built up like a relationship with them and you don't want to see all of that go. But if you're like me, you're willing to restart anyway, as long as you keep the buildings. But yeah, technically you can't lose, because even if everything gets completely destroyed, you can just start back over with your research progress. So that's the one thing that never goes away. is anything you've researched you keep. Like, even if all the structures get destroyed in a bombing and every person dies, at least whatever you researched is still remembered. And your relationship with, like, outside forces and you know, stuff like that. I haven't heard of Dark and Darker. Also, 2 monkeys are angry at my trader. I'd have to look into it. Like I said, I'd never even heard of it before. I'll look into it after the stream then, for sure. It sounds intriguing. Look at how many fucking hares are still alive. Thankfully, if they have red there, that means they're injured at least. So most of them are injured, but damn. That is so many angry rabbits. I did not see a horror game in the sea. What's it called? Still Wake the Deep. No, didn't see that either. I haven't been keeping up on gaming news lately, to be honest. Also, wow, the amount of blood over here. That's mostly human blood, I think. Being washed away by the rain. That was a bit horrifying. That was from the Raiders. I'm not usually a big horror guy, or rather, I like horror games, but I don't like playing horror games. I like watching other people play because I like watching other people get scared, if that makes sense. I'm a very weird person. Oh, okay, I guess I'm going to have to deal with a smoke spewer now. I'll deal with that later. Well, my plants need to get harvested, and they're not going to be able to because of the rabbits in the smoke spewer now, so that's nice. Honestly, that's one of my favorite types of horror. I don't like jump scare horror that much. I mean, it's fine, but it's definitely not my favorite. Let's see. Let me see what I can buy from you that I might want. They don't have any good weapons. Buy, that sucks. Skill trainers and crafting are absolutely worth the money, though. Even if done right, I guess maybe it's because, like, so when I said I like watching other people play, it's not out of like a, oh, I don't like being scared. It's just that I enjoy seeing, like, it's the same reason I wouldn't go to see a horror movie alone, but I'd go with a group of people. It's not that I don't like watching the horror movie, or in this case, playing the horror game. It's just that I want to see other people reacting to it with me at the same time. But jump scare horror, I don't like that one, like, at all. Whether it's watching someone or doing it on my own, because this might be a very bad thing to say, because I don't mean offense, but I don't know how this can come across except offensively, even though I don't mean it that way. I think jump scare horror, even when done right, is low-hanging fruit. I think that it is a situation where you can be like the absolute best jump scare horror game out there. You're really done right. But in the end, your scariness, while it may be magnified by something else, still mostly just comes from, boo, did I scare you? I think the best kind of fear is more of a dread than a scare. Yeah, every now and then it can be good for immersion. I just, like I said, I think my favorite type of horror genre is dread, when you're just like, you're not so much scared because of the jump scare, you're scared because of what's out there. There needs to be some form of jump scare, I'd say, to a certain degree. Yeah, like Iron Lung. There needs to be, to a certain degree, some jump scares, because otherwise you're not really gonna be scared at all, because, like, as a player, unless you're, like, 100% immersed in the game, obviously you need something to affect you as a player, and a jump scare does that well. But I just don't like it when that's the only way you're getting scared, and then, like, oh yeah, there's a little bit of dread with it, but it's just the horror from the jump scare that's mostly hitting you. That's just something I'm not personally a big fan of, so I don't play those games or watch people play those games usually. So, like, FNAF, I don't enjoy. I think the lore is neat, but I don't really like the gameplay of FNAF. But yeah, that's just my 2 cents, personally. Waste rat meat. Oh, yum. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. Like I said, I don't want to, like, come across like I'm saying if you have jump scares in your game, you're, not good at making a story. That's not what I'm saying. But, like, it just feels like if you use jump scares more than just a little bit for the world building point, it's not necessary. Yeah, I don't know. That's just how I feel. Like I said, I think dread, horror is my favorite kind. Another. Yeah, Zomboid has its jump scares done right, because although, yeah, like at the start of the game, you're going to be getting jump scared a lot. Later on, you're constantly on edge, because even if you've completely cleared out a city, and you have respawning of zombies disabled, which I always do because I like the idea of completely clearing them out, they do migrate sometimes. Or sometimes they just sort of, I don't want to say they hibernate, but sometimes I swear it's like they're purposefully waiting and not reacting to the noises your character makes until you're near, like, in the room with them. There have been times where we had, me and my buddy had been playing Zomboid, and we cleared out the city, like, a month beforehand in game. It had been an entire in-game month, and we were like, oh, this place is clear. We're driving through town with sirens on, and nothing is happening. And then I'll be going into a building that I've been in like 3 times before, and I'll just go into one room I hadn't been in before. Bam, zombie, instantly. I get the jump scare noise, scares the shit out of me. That's the kind of jump scare I appreciate, because yes, it is a jump scare, but the whole reason that the atmosphere is the way it is because of the fact that even though we had cleared out the city, there's still that underlying voice in your head like, but did you though? There's just that sense of dread no matter what, because you're like, what if I did miss one? And you need to sometimes miss one in order, and get that jump scare in order for the dread to be there, because if there wasn't jump scares in Zomboid, then you wouldn't be scared of if you did miss one, because you'd just be like, oh, there he is. But, like, another good one, I'd say Dredge is a really good dread horror game. I don't know if you've ever heard of Dredge. Oh boy, zombies. Yeah, those are the kind of horror games I really enjoy. So that's how I am on the horror genre personally. Yeah, I don't anymore because they added more achievements, but way back I 100%ed Dredge. Oh, cold snap. Oh, my Devil Strand is gonna die. Oh, the rabbits are gone. Thank goodness. Yeah, I finished it and got every achievement. And by the way, one of those achievements really sucks. The rest are fine, but that one, it was to catch, like, one of every creature, I think. I'm not sure what it was, but it took forever. I've played Dying Light a very small amount, but I ended up not playing it much more because it like I was playing it with friends and then they stopped playing it, and I pretty much had all of my interest in the game tied to them playing it, if that makes sense. Once they stopped playing, I wasn't interested in playing. Mysterious cargo. Sure. No, 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 no. Not the fucking cube again! So, there's a item that's like, it's like a golden cube that is, because I have the horror DLC added, it's a horror item. Your people become obsessed with it and drawn to it, and they can't help but obsess over this magnificent golden cube. It's so wonderful. And normally it's not that difficult to get rid of the cube. However, RNG is a factor at play. Every time you research the cube, you have a % chance of figuring out how to get rid of it. And I had really, 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 really bad luck when I got the cube earlier in this playthrough. And when it showed up, my RNG just failed over and over again until it got to the point where I had the cube fucking with my colonists for like, I think 3 years in game or something like that. And now the cube is back, and this is a different cube, which means that I need to research how to get rid of it, and RNG might fuck me again. It was not worth it. I only got this cube now because I accepted a request where someone's like, hey, we need to send something to you. We're not willing to tell you what it is. It's something awful, and we need to get rid of it. We'll give you a reward if you take it. Will you please take it? And I accepted it because I didn't know they could give me the fucking cube. I thought it was going to be like a zombie or some shit. I didn't think it'd be that. Fuck. Not the damn cube. Because the other issue is it takes 2 in-game days between each time you can study it. That's why it takes so long. This is advanced pain. I need you to understand, in terms of real life time, it took more than, I think it took 2 entire streams to get rid of the cube, if I remember correctly, meaning 4 real life hours to get rid of it. Also, I totally get it, Duca. This game's graphics are not great. Everything is so simplified, I can understand wanting it to look better. Oh no. It's begun. Because my people get so obsessed with it that they'll stop whatever they're doing to go admire it sometimes, or to build sculptures to it. Here's all the sculptures from the last time. Mind you, they might be my doctor who's in the middle of performing a life-saving surgery, and they will just drop what they're doing to make one of these sculptures. And you can see there's 27 made out of scrap metal, 46 made out of dirt, and 4 made out of stone in this pile. So, you know, do the fucking math. That was just from... Yeah. I'm actually in the middle of watching Mob Psycho. I've never watched it fully through, but I have just gotten through the first couple episodes recently. Damn. There went all my Devil Strand. Never got to harvest it. That sucked. I'll let you know what I think. Like I said, I've gotten through the first couple episodes. So far, I really enjoy it. The most recent one I watched is... Shit, I gotta check. 1 second. Da, da, da. I think episode 8 of season 1 is the last one I've seen. A revenant is something really annoying to deal with. It can turn invisible, and it can mind control my colonists, and when it mind controls them, they can't do anything for the entire time that they are mind controlled. I'm gonna need to make some prep items to deal with it. Namely, I need disruptor flares. I couldn't see him at first. He's right here. Is he gonna try and break down that door? He can just walk through it. Oh, that's even worse. Okay. I need to deal as much damage as I can in this time while he's visible. Yeah, I watched the 8th episode. That's the last one I've like finished watching. That's the one where his brother went crazy and got captured. So yeah, that's the last one I finished watching fully. Well, we need someone to finish making these flares now. I mean, my favorite is probably Mob. I like Mob. His character arc is really interesting, but if we're not allowed to count him, then... Wait, how's the cow wandering away? If we're not counting him, then honestly probably his brother. I mean, yes, but at the same time, I think part of the reason I like him so much is I can understand why he is the way he is. I mean, imagine spending your entire life seeing your older brother just being this insanely, like, god tier powerful person, and he's always saying, "Oh, don't worry, you'll grow up to be just like me." And then that never happens, and you spend your entire life just trying to finally get to that point because you need to be like that. You want to be at that level. Like, I can understand why that would make him end up the way he is. He's not successful in anything else, but I think the whole reason why he's so upset is because of the fact that while he's not successful in anything else, the one thing he is exceptional in is something that is so insanely powerful. Like, I don't know, it just, I can get why he'd be that way. Why did I get my people stunned from that too? Whatever. This Revenant is getting absolutely firing lined. It's the same. Well, it is another horror, but it's the same one that showed up earlier. This is the Revenant. I told you can go invisible, and it went invisible. That's. Oh yeah, Oh, we killed it. I really enjoyed Town of Salem. I was actually one of the people who backed it like really hard on Kickstarter and got the I want to say the philanthropist title is what I got. Also, this spine. I'm gonna go ahead and deal with this in the best way possible. Actually, I think I need to do it here at the shaper. Revenant vertebra. Oh, I need 2 shards for that? Are you serious? Never mind. Smash it. Yeah, it was. Here's the thing. I stopped playing it for such a long time that when I tried to get back into it, I didn't know like anything that was going on because of all the changes. Like there are some things that were the same, but there was just way too many differences. I didn't know what was going on. But back when I did play it, I had a lot of hours in that. My favorite to play as was probably the Arsonist. If not that, then the Consigliere was also pretty fun. Oh yeah, that one came about before I stopped playing for a while, but I liked it, but I didn't like it because I thought it was a really cool class, but it felt way too forced, I guess is the best way of putting it. It felt really out of place compared to the rest of the stuff. It's like, here's all these relatively normal-ish things, and then, oh, here's Pestilence, Horseman of the Apocalypse. It's like, what? That's a bit different. Actually, I need to give him that job again. I just told him to stop, and then I remembered that he needs to. Tell her to go back to eating regular meals. And have her start her death rest. Oh, good. Hemlock is in a cube obsession. He's building a sculpture. Yeah, the jester who needed to get executed. Not gonna lie though, I was really good at winning on jester. I was so good. Juggernaut, no, Juggernaut's terrible, in my opinion. I think Juggernaut was one of the worst. Well, because it had no defenses to speak of until it got a couple kills. Like I don't remember how many kills it needed to get before it had no defense. Before it had defenses, it didn't even have very good defenses once it did get it. He was basically like the werewolf, except like way harder to actually do well with. He was like a werewolf that scaled, but the problem is he started out way weaker than a werewolf, and at the end he was only stronger than a werewolf by being able to attack 2 times and having a damage that does more than a werewolf. But like, being able to do more damage than a werewolf isn't usually necessary because there's very few things that a werewolf needs to kill that they can't kill, other than like, you know, Pestilence. But other than Pestilence, which by the way, I'm pretty sure Pestilence can't be killed by the Juggernaut anyway, I'm not sure. Point is, like, from what I remember, it felt like the Juggernaut was just the werewolf, but it took more time before he was strong. That's just what I remember, though. Honestly, I kind of liked Amnesiac, but it was really hard to actually do well with him. But I liked it because if there was any other class that showed up, you could just be like, hey, that looks pretty good. Maybe I'm just weird, though. Wow. Oh yeah, it was very situational. This guy wants me to summon a robot raid that would be filled with a ton of buildings and several turrets. And in exchange, he'll give me one of these 3 choices of rewards. Well, I can either get the helmet, sensitizer in silver, the beam targeter, soother, lance in gold, or the medicine in the infinite chem reactor. The sensitizer is really nice. The helmet is good, I guess. I do get 6 people under my control to help take him out, too. I think I'll do it. All it does is make infinite gasoline, basically. It's an infinite source of gasoline, and gasoline isn't that useful. It has its uses, but it's not that useful. Yeah, anyway, here's what I'm gonna have to deal with now. Oh my gosh, it's like an entire fortification just came down. My gosh. Tammy, go ahead and fill up on blood. You're gonna need it. Gonna have her go in because she's gonna be the only melee person. It does not. There is a mod for multiplayer, but it's kind of not ideal, we'll say. Okay. Tammy is safe when standing there. These guys need to get behind cover. There we go. Yeah, I'm sorry to say I don't think they're changing the graphics anytime soon. Multiplayer they might add, but the graphics, this is just their artistic style, so I doubt they're gonna change it. I would love a Rimworld too. I should have done Pain Stopper. I can't believe I forgot to do that. Oh wait, no, Fumiko's asleep. That's why I didn't do it. Let's get the fuck out of here. Nice, that damaged that Scyther with that explosion. Let's go help my temporary allies. That's as much as I can do to help. Well, here's the thing. In Rimworld, if you take damage to your legs enough that you can't stand on them anymore, it doesn't matter. Also, it seems easy, but you gotta realize Tammy is a vampire, which means all this fire, she's in deep shit if they, if she gets lit on fire. Plus, these personnel need to sort of carry their weight a bit more. Come on, Tammy. One of them got downed, the temporary people. Good work, Tammy. Oh, no, 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 not fire, not fire, not fire, not fire. Get out of there. Oh, okay, hang on. She's getting shot at as well. Okay, let's get behind cover. Get behind cover. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, she's bleeding a little bit. She'll be fine for now. Everyone who's not down on the ground, please prioritize this person that's attacking you. Okay, there we go. Now, prioritize this thing that's shooting fire. Yeah, that's the vampire jump ability thing. It's really, really, really overpowered compared to what you'd think it would be. You wouldn't think it'd be that strong. Oh, there we go. She's running away from it because of the fire. Come on. Oh, okay, that explosion is simultaneously good and bad. Get out of there, Tammy. Jump, 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 jump. Come on. Oh, okay, good. Look how big that explosion is. If she did not jump out of there, she was dead. Like, absolutely dead. But that is doing a chain reaction and dealing with most of the other turrets. These two here are the only ones I've really got to worry about much left. I need her to just get away at this point. Going pretty well, other than a slight, insanely strong raid that I brought upon myself. The name of the stream is no longer the case because we finished replacing all the tumors, but, you know. It was the case for the first little while. I need her to get back here and get treated. Hey, thanks for the follow. You guys fine? Yeah, you're fine. Understandable, honestly. I'm playing lightly modded right now. I normally play with a lot more mods, but I wanted to do a bit of light modded to... I don't want to say to start with, but like... I haven't been streaming for a super long time. It's only been a couple months, and I wanted to do like a couple playthroughs without too many mods so that anyone who's never seen Rimworld can like understand what's going on to a better degree. Let's see, how are you guys over here doing? You're mostly fine. Well, a lot better than if this was modded, trust me. Duke, you can get a bit insane with the mods that you can get in this. Let's hope that Tammy is able to heal up quick enough from this. Okay, we're gonna hopefully use this charge turret as cover. Okay, well. Oh, he went down. Where did he get hit? Oh, his toe got shut off. Okay, good, that got destroyed. Honestly, yeah, that's about how many I usually have. About 300 or so. I only take them out if they are, like, really, really causing problems. Go ahead and inject that go juice. May as well. Oh, I've never used any of the mods outside the workshop. That one's new for me. How long is it gonna take you to take out this fucking turret? Jeez. Cool. They finished me. They finished it off for me. They finished me off. No, that's what was gonna happen if I didn't succeed there. Is I was gonna get finished off. Well, Tammy, you did it. You carried them long enough for them to barely get finished doing all this. Oh, are you using like mods that allow you to do terrible things like torture? Well, I guess there are torture mods in Steam Workshop. I don't know then. Oh, I don't use any of those. Oh, gotta love the war crimes though. You'd think they'd add screams to just base Rimworld. Oh no, someone died. Who cares? Oh, I do care that my bull just died. Do I have enough that they will be fine health-wise? Okay, yeah, good. I don't know what the trauma mod is. I'm afraid to ask now, so I'm gonna not. Oh. I don't exactly understand why they haven't sent a ship yet. Oh, is it because of the fucking unstable power cells and the countdown activator? Really? I mean, genetically cloned superhumans, that's something you can get from the normal Steam Workshop mods. That fucking cube. Oh, good. Yeah, you can always make more 13-year-olds. Is a nerve spiker legendary worth it? I mean, I doubt it is. I don't see much point in the nerve spiker. It's just a stunner. Yeah, I'm not gonna do this quest. Oh yeah, nuking people's fun. And the Psylink abilities, I like the Psylinks if you get the Psycasting expanded. I think then it's like really good. Otherwise, I think it's fine, but it's not the best. Oh my gosh, I just noticed what time it is. Jeez. How close are we to making the cube not a fucking threat anymore? Need to study it further. Great. Infuse rings with new, like rings you wear, like that kind of ring. That doesn't seem like something I would want to wear personally. You know, maybe that's just me, but not my cup of tea. Oh, okay, so you can use it on any item, so you can instead have like a nuclear kilt. Grizzly bear hunting Corsi. Oh, I beg to fucking differ. Oh, you mean like you can do any power into a ring? I thought you said you can use any item. I thought you meant like it doesn't have to be a ring. Oh, okay. Okay. I got you now. Anyway, once these traps are finished, we should be good to go. I got you now. I was misunderstanding you. Also, there is a lot of blood just streaked through my base here from the people that I just let bleed out. That was a lot of blood. Send in the nuclear suicide bombers. That's a fun phrase. Can we finish with these damn traps already? Thank you. I mean, actual nukes. Yeah, isn't that like Rimatonics or something that adds that? I want to say it's Rimatonics, I'm not sure. Let's clean all the blood out of this room. There's so much garbage in there, my gosh. Shamblers, don't care, good luck. I need to build some walls here and here. So I've got internal defenses. Actually, let's put the doors there. I don't know why I'd put it there. Oh yeah, that's the more fun way of doing things for sure. Also, I need to build a new wooden fence gate here. Well, actually, I guess I should put it where it's actually gonna need to be in the end. Cube obsession, yay. Hey guys, I just got married. Want to see the ring? You know, I actually wow, there's a lot of advanced components for sale there. I actually find it kind of funny. I don't know if you're much of a D&D person, but holy shit, so much death rest capacity serum too. But personally, I'm a pretty big fan of it. More crafting skill trainers. Yeah, so I don't know if... So here's the thing. I mostly play first edition with my father because that's the version he understands how to DM. So I don't know much about the newer versions, but I know that there used to be one that was called Delayed Reaction Fireball or something like that. Delayed something Fireball. I don't know if that's still in 5th edition. Or, okay, I don't know if that's in 3.5 either. But it's basically a fireball spell, but it doesn't explode the moment you cast it. Instead, you'd cast the spell and it would create something that looks valuable, like a gemstone or a coin of some sort. And when you cast a spell, you pick a certain amount of time, and once that time is up, it turns into a fireball. Yeah, that's what I am imagining when you describe that ring. Is just the delayed reaction fireball. Architect arm. And a psychic harmonizer. I don't need that. What do you mean? You're a mage, so fuck all magic? What do you mean? Wouldn't a mage want to use magic? Okay, is there anything else I need to sell? Oh, that should be it. Yeah, I know what you mean. Why do I have a poor flame bow? Oh, whatever. What else would I want to have? Psycho Fluid would be nice to be able to get some more psychic sensitivity for Fumiko. Beyond that, I guess just Emo Pump or Hemagen Amplifier? Or, nah, we'll just do Psycho Fluid for both of them. Oh, so it's kind of like Mob Psycho in a way. Which is funny enough, we were just talking about earlier in stream. In a very basic way, it's kind of like it, I should say. I know you just death rested, Fumiko, but I need you to get the psychic increase. Oh, wait. Shit, I forgot to have her actually ingest the serum. I'm such a moron. Can't believe I forgot the actual death rest capacity serum. Complete and total immunity to magic sounds insane. I've wanted to watch Black Clover for so long. I saw like the first 2 episodes, maybe, if that, like a long time ago, and I just never picked it back up. There we go, Fumiko. Now, I'm sorry about the interrupted death rest, but... Oh. Psychic Agony. He just won't shut up. Well, that sounds just like me. I don't think I'd mind. Anyway, I am going to say now, though, I really had a good stream today. However, I normally would be done about like 10 minutes ago. I ran this long just because I got so engrossed in us talking about like D&D and Rimworld and terrible things that you can do to people in Rimworld and other stuff like that. But I am gonna have to end it there because, well, like I said, I would normally have ended it 10 minutes ago. Anyway, I'm happy I had you here though, Lastiverse and Duca. I'm glad you came back again. Sorry your internet crapped out on you yesterday. But yeah, I'll be back again tomorrow with more Rimworld. And if you want to see any parts of the VOD for today, or if you want to see my VOD from yesterday, since I didn't play Rimworld and I know you like League Duca, that should be up. And it was nice meeting you too, Lastiverse. But I will be back at noon my time tomorrow, which is 2 hours ago for whatever your time is now. So if it's, say, 5 p.m. in your time, then at 3 p.m. your time. Just subtract 2 hours. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully. Have a good one. See you guys later.